Shirey and Kim Magnotti to come up to present the next award. First of all, we would like to say how honored we are to represent the family presenting this award to our dad. We have always known that he is a special guy, so it's great to have this opportunity to share that with all of you.
As we were preparing for tonight, we asked our siblings and partners and all of the grandkids to give us 3 characteristics that describe Dad. We got words like generous, loyal, charming, engaging, entrepreneur, hardworking, blunt, or maybe more nicely put, direct, patriotic, stubborn, creative, adoring, gregarious, earnest, and honest.
Most people that meet Dad remember him and walk away with a genuine sense of feeling seen and heard. When Dad talks to someone, he really talks to them. He displays a genuine interest in the people he meets, and this rubs off. If you've ever been on the receiving end of a big out hug, you can appreciate his world-class cooking skills and his generous spirit.
Dad was born in 1938 in Tandem to Russ and Dorothy Shirey. He was to be the oldest of their 6 sons. They were not wealthy people, but you could not say that they were poor. I remember that whenever we walked into their house, you could just feel it off. Many times, Grandma and Grandpa would be singing and playing the piano together. This gave all the boys a love of music that they carried with them throughout their entire lives.
For his last 2 years of high school, he left home to live and work at the Bill Barrett family farm in Dayton. He would get up and do barn chores in the morning, go to school, and then go right back to work. It was at this time that Dad learned to work hard and grew to love farming. The seed of one day having his own farm was planted.
He graduated from Dayton High School and entered the workforce, working various construction jobs, including being part of the crew that built Redbank Valley High School. He soon met Mom, and they married in 1958. They got busy having a family, and I mean busy. Pam, Diane, and I were born in 3 consecutive years, and that was the start of a large and loving brood with Rich. I have a little trouble with that. Marcy and one surprise baby, Angie, to follow. She was our little ray of sunshine. We were all supposed to be boys, but much to his surprise, and we like to think delight, he ended up with 5 girls and one blessed, beautiful, and chosen son, Richie. All joking aside, the girls helped on the farm in various degrees.
Hold on a second. Before the rest of the girls get the panties in the bunch. I know you did more than me. And I think when we're talking about the farm, this is where we should mention that that's where Mom learned to perfect her skills in profanity.
Now there are a total of 19 grandkids, many of whom are here tonight, and even an ever-growing number of great-grandkids. The number is now 28. So we think, unless there's some surprises out there we don't know.
When I think of Dad, I often think of the chance that he took when the older girls were young to quit a steady and comfortable job at Crawford Furniture to sell farm equipment for Wayne Wyatt and Willow Acres, where his compensation was based solely on commission. The amount of guts to walk away from that stability with a young family is something that defines Dad to a T. He has an unspoken but unwavering confidence in his own ability to figure things out.
When he was selling farm equipment, this confidence, along with a quick and creative mind, allowed him to recognize a business opportunity. His customers needed buildings to store this equipment, and these buildings needed doors. This ultimately led him to start Shirey Overhead Doors out of the basement of his home in 1972. He has always been keen at recognizing and seizing opportunities. He made contact with Rainer Garage Doors and has been one of their most successful distributors. An incredible feat considering our small town. Around that same time, he bought a farm off of Freddie and Nellie Lincolnfelder to start Shirey Farms.
These businesses are still both family-owned, vibrant, and growing. Shirey Overhead Doors is now operated and owned by Marcy, Kim and her husband Guy, and their son Shay. Diana also is involved for many years. They now have 12 full-time employees and serve a radius of approximately 100 miles. They have expanded to include entry doors and windows. The door business has been and remains a vital part of the Redbank Valley community by bringing good-paying jobs, maintaining a family atmosphere, and sponsoring countless community events.
Shirey Farms is now run by Rich, with all three of his children now being a part of the operation. What started out as a 20-cow dairy farm is now milking 450 cows and has expanded to crop farming, totaling 5,000 plus acres, including hay, corn, soybean, wheat, and oats. Along with that is a growing focus on custom harvesting and farming. This eye towards growth and expansion is one of the main business principles Dad operated from and passed down to his children. He always said, in business, you never stay in one place. You are either moving forward or you are moving backward.
Never burn bridges, and one word can make a difference. These are a few of Dad's other sayings that stand out to us. Most children always have their father's voices in their heads, and it was really fun for us to talk about our favorite dad quotes, many of which are probably not appropriate for tonight.
Maybe later. Over 2 years, he has been a member of the Lions Club. Over the years, he has been a member of the Lions Club, Knights of Columbus, PA Farm Bureau, the Masons, the St. Charles Church Council, and the Redbank Valley Public Library, including the building of the new library. We would be remiss to not mention his beloved barbershop, singing as part of the New Bethlehem Chorus for over 50 years, and of course being part of the Shirey Brothers Quintet.
As a business owner, Dad was both generous and demanding, plucky and resilient, understanding and firm, emotional and steadfast. He and Mom have weathered fires and floods, successes and failures. And as an employer, he would give second chances, often holding jobs while people were sick, deployed overseas, or when they were struggling in other areas of their lives. He sponsored immigrant families in the 70s on the farm and often lent a helping hand to whomever asked. He still receives Christmas cards from a family he helped stranded along the interstate years ago. He has always been a creative problem solver and an original thinker. His attitude and charm are part of what makes him a great salesman and combine to make him the memorable man he is. In fact, the newest member of our family, Diana's husband, Mark, said that after buying garage doors from him for 30 years, he was a good enough salesman to unload one of his daughters.
Dad is an emotional man. I'm sure that he has been crying for the last few minutes. This is one of his most admirable traits. One thing for certain is that he keeps you on your toes and makes you pay attention. He always says what is on his mind, even though, as his kids, we think, oh, please, dear God, don't let us say that. Now, in his retirement, Dad is still active. If you live in the Hawthorne or Mayport area, you have probably seen him riding around in his side-by-side. Sometimes niggling, sometimes ill. He is always on the go, running errands for Rich and the farm, or taking care of his granddogs, or basically doing anything any of us ask without hesitation. He's there at a moment's notice.
It's easy to measure a man by his accomplishments, the things he has done, the money he's made, and the businesses he's built. That is certainly appropriate for tonight's award. Dad has accomplished great things in those areas. It also seems so limiting and doesn't come close to creating a full picture of who Dad is and how he impacts those around him. Of all of the characteristics everyone gave us at the beginning, there's one that stood out, and almost everyone mentioned, and that is loving. And although he may not agree with this or see it this way, Dad's greatest impact and his greatest legacy is the love he has put out into the world. So, it is with great pleasure
And honor,
to present the most loving,
charming,
and unique man we know in the Redbank Valley
Chamber of Commerce Lifetime Achievement.
The only thing I got more than my tear ducts. I have a hard time. But it's been a great run. Thank you.